It is be careful of present participle. Present participle is verb ing, if you don't know. Verb ing verb ing has some functions. Let's study this example. The man is talking to his friend. Di dalam kalimat ini, verb ing berfungsi sebagai verb dari kalimatnya. Jadi apabila verb ing berada setelah to be, like am, is, are, was, were, verb ing akan berfungsi sebagai verb. Another example. The man talking to his friend has pointed nose. In this sentence, present participle or verb ing is an adjective. But why? How come verb ing can be an adjective atau kata sifat? Let's break down. Sebenarnya, kalimat awal dari kalimat ini adalah the man that talks to his friend has pointed nose. Subjeknya the man and verbnya has. Di dalam konsep tata bahasa, kita bisa menghapus that tersebut. Dengan catatan verb setelah that tersebut berubah menjadi verb ing yang menjelaskan kata benda atau subjeknya, the man. Maka jadilah kalimatnya menjadi the man talking to his friend has pointed nose. Dengan subjeknya the man and verbnya has. Jadi verb ing or present participle has two functions and we have to be familiar with both of them. First is as the verb of the sentence and the second is as the adjective. So ketika kita menemukan sebuah verb ing berada setelah kata benda atau subjek kan kata benda ya sebenarnya, tanpa didahului oleh to be seperti is, am, are, was, were, jangan langsung judge kalimat tersebut salah. We need to analyze it more. Maybe itu adjective dan memang kalimatnya betul. So please be careful. And then as your note, catatan buat semuanya, verb ing akan selalu bermakna aktif. Jadi, the man talking to his friend has pointed nose. Itu berarti ada laki-laki yang berbicara, bukan laki-laki yang dibicarakan. So, please pay attention on that. And then let's study another example. The child blah 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 playing in the yard is my son. From this sentence, we can see that the sentence has a verb namely is my son. But how about playing? Nah, disinilah kita harus memilih opsi yang bisa membuat playing di dalam kalimat ini menjadi bukan verb. Answer D, diamond, and answer B, baby, are incorrect. It's gonna be double verb. Answer C is incorrect too. It's gonna be double subject, since we already have the child as the subject. So the best answer is A, now. Dengan jawaban ini, playing akan menjadi adjective yang menjelaskan noun, the subject. Okay, I have some examples. Let's analyze whether they are correct or incorrect. Number 1. The companies offering the lowest price will have most customers. Please analyze. Is there any subject? Yes. The companies is the subject. And is there any verb? Yes. Will have is the verb. Therefore, the sentence is correct. Do not get into the trap because of offering. It's an adjective yang menjelaskan companies. Artinya perusahaan yang menawarkan. So everything is fine. This is correct, obviously. Number 2. Those travelers are completing their trip on Delta should report to gate 3. Please analyze. Is there any subject? Analyze it. Yes. Those travelers is the subject. And is there any verb? Does the sentence have a verb? Yes. And the verb is double. It has are completing and should report. Therefore, the sentence is incorrect. To revise this sentence, kita harus menghilangkan are agar completing di kalimat tidak menjadi verb, melainkan menjadi adjective yang menjelaskan those travelers. So, the sentence will be, those travelers completing their trip on Delta should report to gate 3. The last skill is be careful of past participles. Past participle is verb 3. If you don't know, verb 3 has some functions. Let's study about that. Let's study this example. Paul has written a letter. Di dalam kalimat ini, verb 3 berfungsi sebagai verb dari kalimatnya. Jadi apabila verb 3 berada setelah has, have, had, verb 3 akan berfungsi sebagai verb. Another sentence. The letter was written by Paul. In this sentence, verb 3 berfungsi sebagai verb passive dari kalimatnya. Jadi apabila verb 3 berada setelah to be, was, were, is, am, are, verb 3 berfungsi sebagai verb passive di dalam kalimat. Another example. The letter written by Paul appeared in magazine. In this sentence, past participle or verb 3 is an adjective. But why? How come verb 3 can be an adjective? Atau kata sifat. Let's break down. Sebenarnya kalimat awalnya adalah the letter that is written by Paul appeared in a magazine. Subjeknya the letter and verbnya appeared. Di dalam konsep tata bahasa, just like what I said, kita bisa menghapus that dan is di dalam kalimat tersebut dan membiarkan verb 3 berdiri sendiri untuk menjelaskan kata benda atau subjeknya. The letter. In this case is the letter. Maka jadilah kalimatnya menjadi the letter written by Paul appeared in magazine. Dengan subjeknya the letter and verbnya appeared. Jadi, verb 3 has 3 functions, and we have to be familiar with all of them. First, it is as the verb of the sentence. Second, as the passive verb. And the third is as an adjective. So, ketika kita menemukan sebuah verb 3 berada setelah kata benda atau subjek, tanpa didahului oleh to be, is, am, are, was, atau were, atau have, has, had, jangan langsung menjudge kalimat tersebut salah. We need to analyze more. Mungkin saja itu adjektif yang menjelaskan kalimatnya. Mungkin saja itu adjektif. Dan memang betul kalimatnya seperti itu, so please be careful. Catatan buat semuanya, not for everybody. Verb 3 akan selalu bermakna passive. Jadi the letter written by Paul appeared in magazine itu surat yang ditulis, bukan surat yang menulis. So please underline that one. Let's study this example. The packages, blah blah blah, mailed at the post office will arrive Monday. From this sentence, we can see that the sentence has a verb, namely will arrive. But how about mailed? Nah, disinilah kita harus memilih opsi yang membuat mail di dalam kalimat menjadi bukan verb. Answer A and answer B, baby, are incorrect. It's gonna be double verb. Answer C is incorrect too. So the best answer is D, diamond, jas. Dengan jawaban ini, mail akan menjadi adjective yang menjelaskan noun, the subject, the packages. Okay. I have some examples. Let's analyze whether they are correct or incorrect. Number 1. The car listed in the ads had already stalled. Please analyze. Is there any subject? Yes, the car is the subject. Does this sentence have a verb? Yes. Had already stalled is the verb. Therefore, this sentence is correct. Do not get into the trap because of listed. It is an adjective yang menjelaskan car. Artinya mobil yang tertera di iklan. So everything is fine. This is correct. Obviously correct. Number 2. The money was offered by the client, not accepted. The money was offered by the client was not accepted. Please analyze. Is there any subject? Yes. The money is the subject. And is there any verb? Yes. And the verb is double. It has was offered and was not accepted. Therefore, it's incorrect. To revise this sentence, kita harus menghilangkan was agar offered di dalam kalimat ini tidak menjadi verb, melainkan adjective yang menjelaskan the money. So, the sentence will be the money offered by the client was not accepted. Oke? Ayolah kita latihan lagi. Tetap semangat ya. Number 1. For 3 weeks at the beginning of the semester, students with fewer than the maximum number of units can add additional courses. Please analyze. We can see from the sentence that it has a verb, namely can add. But is there any subject? Yes. Student is the subject. So everything is complete. It's correct. Obviously. Number 2. On her lunch hour, went to a nearby department store to purchase a wedding gift. Please analyze. We can see from the sentence that it has a verb, namely came. But is there any subject? Unfortunately, no. Her lunch hour is not the subject. It's object of preposition because it is put after preposition on. So don't get into the trap again. This is incorrect. The subject is missing. Number 3. The fir trees were grown for the holiday season were harvested in November. Please analyze again. We can see from this sentence, it has double verb, namely were grown and were harvested. So it is obviously incorrect. To revise the sentence, we have to delete the first word. So the sentence will be, the fir trees grown for the holiday season were harvested in November. Number 4. In the grove, the overripe orange were falling on the ground. Please analyze. We can see from this sentence that it has a verb, namely were falling. But is there any subject? Yes. But the grove is not the subject. It's object of preposition because it is put after prepositions. So do not get into the trap. The overripe oranges is the real subject and it's plural. That's why it is matched with the verb were to be for plural. Number 5. The papers being delivered at 4 will contain the announcement of the president's resignation. We can see from this sentence that every element is complete. The subject is the paper and the verb is will contain. Therefore, it is obviously correct. Number 6. A specialty shop with various blends from around the world in the shopping mall. This is so easy because it's very clear that the sentence has no verb. This is not even a sentence. So this is incorrect. Number 7. The portrait exhibited in the Houston Museum last month are now on display in Dallas. Please analyze. Does it have subject? Yes. The portrait is the subject. And do you see verb? Yes. Are is the verb. Therefore, the sentence is correct. Do not get into the trap because of exhibited. It is an adjective yang menjelaskan the portrait. So everything is fine. This is correct. Number 8. With a sudden jerk of his hand, threw the ball across the field to one of the other players. Do the same thing. Analyze it. Is there any subject? No, ladies and gentlemen. A sudden jerk of his hand is not a subject, but object of preposition because it is put after the preposition with. So the sentence is incorrect. Even though it has a verb namely true, the subject is still missing, so it is incorrect. Number 9. Construction of the housing development, it will be underway by the 1st of the month. This is so easy because it is very clear that the sentence has double subject. Those are construction and it. So this is incorrect. We have to delete it if we want to revise it. Number 10, the last. Those applicants returning their completed form at the earliest date have the highest priority. Please analyze. Is there any subject? Yes. Those applicants is the subject and the verb. Do you see it? Yes, the verb is there, namely have. Therefore, the sentence is correct. Do not get into the trap because of returning. It's an adjective yang menjelaskan those applicants, yang berarti pelamar yang mengembalikan, bukan yang dikembalikan. So everything is fine. This is correct. That's all, everyone. How was that? Hopefully everything is fine. You can understand every single skills and explanation that I presented. You may give me questions on the comment sections if you have something to ask. The conclusion is, when we deal with structured questions of the TOEFL test, we have to firstly make sure whether the sentence has a subject, whether the sentence has an object, or not. English sentence must have at least one subject and one verb. So, jadi kalimat bahasa Inggris itu harus memiliki satu kata kerja dan satu kata subject. Then, be careful of object of prepositions. Noun after the preposition is not a subject. Be careful of appositive too. And then don't forget to be careful of present and past participles. Thank you very much. If you understand this concept, structure will be just a piece of cake. Thank you very much. See you later. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.